And welcome to the Geeks Listen Just Podcast YouTube channel. Welcome to our review for the biggest movie of the year. Understatement. Spider-Man's No Way Home. I was trying to remember which way of the home to say the movie. I am your host, Enterprise. With me as sometimes me friend,
Felix.
Mr. Felix. We're going to break down Spider-Man No Way Home for you guys. Going to start with non-spoily spoils. So this movie takes right after, is it Homecoming? No, that's the first one.
Far From Home.
Far From Home. All these homes.
Yeah. He can never find his own house, huh?
It was really, really depressing, Spider-Man broken home. That'd be fucked up. I'd be fucked up. It's like,
That would be fucking amazing.
like the divorce and all that. There's like poverty, and he's like, lindo verga.
Well.
This takes immediately after the second one, whichever one that one is, where Mysterio exposes who Peter Parker is.
Second one, you got it right.
Yeah. So Spider-Man hits up Doctor Strange, and he's like, yo, fool, can you help me? And he's like, yeah. And then he's in the middle of conjuring up a spell. He fucks shit up, and he's bringing in villains from all the other universes. That's as far as Spoily Spoils I'm gonna go, because that's what the trailer says. It's gonna be really hard to talk about it.
Kind of misleading though.
Yeah. We've been new. Like there's a lot of parts that I was like actively looking for in the trailer that didn't happen. Like when Wong says, "Don't cast that spell." That part's not in the movie.
Yep.
What do you thought about it? Because I'm trying to collect my thoughts without any spoily spoils.
So, no spoils and like going in the most roundabout way I can.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It tugged on my heartstrings hard.
Yeah.
Like really hard.
I almost cried 3 times. Yes.
Yeah. It was exciting.
Yes.
Even though what happened, like a lot of things happen in real life. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
And the end, I actually liked.
Yeah, they did.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah, this is the most wrestling movie ever, and I'll get to that when I can spoil it. But it just hits you from all the angles of all the feels.
Yeah, it's hard.
I had a stupido smile on my face the whole damn time. The CGI is great. The battle between him and Doctor Strange is fantastic. I thought it was great.
There was a point where the CGI was so caca way.
Which one?
I can't do it. I can't say.
Okay.
But it was caca way. Caca.
I was probably blinded by being such a fucking homer that I didn't see the part you're talking about.
Okay.
Performances, Tom Holland is probably is best Spider-Man, right? There's best Spider-Man, and then there's people's favorite Spider-Man. I think he is the best Spider-Man. Our Spider-Man is probably Toby, and
yes, he is. But I gotta say, dude,
Bubbles just told me that his favorite was Andrew Garfield.
I get it. I do get it because Andrew Garfield is a good actor. It's an amazing actor.
He's an amazing actor. I watched Tick Tick Boom a couple weeks ago with Bubbles, and he's great in that.
I still have to watch that movie.
I don't know if it's for you, but yeah, it's good.
Okay, but bringing it back to Spider-Man, Tom Holland just blew it out of the fucking park.
Hey, little homie bodied the fuck up too, eh?
Holy shit.
I'm
like, hey, shawty.
Wey. Cabrón. La virga.
Bájale de huevos. Damn, dude. Jesus.
But
you know what? Normally, I'm with the other Spider-Man movies, and I was like, she didn't figure in the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I liked her in this one.
You ready for this? You ready for this?
What?
Ready?
I
like Zendaya now.
Oh, la verga,
You feel?
I don't think I was ready for that.
Nobody was.
No.
I've been on, the train that's in the movie that the Doctor Strange conjures up.
Yeah, the revolver train.
Se queda pendejo next to the hate train I had for Zendaya.
Holy shit.
She annoyed me because she just didn't. Everything I saw her in, she was playing the same thing, zero personality, and people loved her for some reason.
I don't get that, but okay. Yeah,
zero personality in anything I saw her in. Boring, bland. Look at the first MJ and these. She's just making faces, and people are like, "Oh my god, fucking! Did you see when she blinked?" I was like, "No, what do you guys see?" Right? She finally comes through in this movie. She might it feels like MJ is not even the same character anymore.
No, mames, wait. They I think they fleshed her out because she was really one note in the other ones.
She's in both of them. She's like dry and just like sarcastic. And here she has personality. She has life. She gives a shit. She's not just making faces like she was in the first two movies. It's almost like she's a completely different character who's cool. And you can see some Zendaya isms in there. But I was just like judging her off of her other boring ass performances. Everything I ever see her in, she's just very, very like deadpan face, and people just love her. In this movie, she was great, and I think she put a little bit of her actual self in this movie, which made me go, you know what, Zendaya's pretty cool. Okay,
I felt the exact same way
because I've seen so much media about her, and her and Tom Holland is just very cutesy, and I'm like, okay, I didn't want to. I wanted to be a hater because it's more fun to be a hater online, but I just couldn't. The shawty won me over, right?
Yeah, she fucking did.
What a bitch. But whatever. It's just
fuck her for winning me over.
Fuck her for making me like her. She's cool.
That's a whole other type of hate.
Yeah, I don't take back everything I said because I was saying that in that mindset, and I said it and I'll stick it to it. But now, because of this one performance in this one movie, she did a very good job. But my MVP is not Zendaya, and I can give out an MVP because it's not a spoils. Willem motherfucking Dafoe is the only person in history of time, throughout all the universes, from now till fucking forever, is the only actor that must and should be the only one to be able to play Green Goblin from now until ever in the life. Bruh, in sports, you retire players' numbers for certain teams, meaning no one else can wear that number. You feel me?
I am aware of that practice, yes.
Okay. We are retiring Green Goblin from live action Spider-Man because that is the one jersey that Willem Dafoe owns. No one else can play him. Never again.
I second that motion.
Oh, I thought you were going to disagree.
I knew it. No. I would never in my life disagree with that statement because
he was such a son of a bitch, way.
As much as I I truly love Alfred Molina. I don't know why. I love him. Willem Dafoe just blew my mind. But in a way that he did things in this movie that I didn't know the character could do.
Right. I didn't realize how much of a bastard piece of shit he was. And
and besides that, like on top of that, he is a beast.
And he does similar things that he does in the first movie. He's basically kind of rehashed, but for some reason they hit harder because Willem, it's been 20 years since he played that character, and he's done 20 years worth of movies. He knows even more shit. He was already an esteemed actor when he played him the first time. The second time he was like, oh, I know what the fuck we're doing, And he's doing that whole bipolar shit with the mind, and he switches over and he's like, and then in the same thing he switches over because the character is acting within himself. So he's like playing four parts as one person.
But I think it was even more cool. I think it was even cooler because in the first Spider-Man movie, I mean, there was a difference. I mean, you got the Norman Osborn and the Green Goblin, but it was a little bit more leveled. In this one is like cranked up to 100.
Yeah, there was something fuzzy because they're on the posters. We've been talking about it for years of seeing all these bad guys, right? And you're like, oh shit, like. It's weird. That's the wrestling part that I'm talking about, where universes crossovers, stories crossover, and then you're like, holy shit, it's the fucking guy from the fucking second movie, the Sandman or whatever, and he's in this movie. It's just weird and fuzzy to see that.
They even did Electro good.
They spruced him up for sure.
I liked him. I mean, more than what we got on the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
He was, I mean, comparing it to that, he was fucking amazing.
They de-nerdified him.
Yes.
And that's what I don't know why they felt the need to make him a nerd in the first one, like a very
But they
loser
kept him
nerd.
a genius.
Right.
Because all of them are.
And they explained it why, because he got this different body. Now, how he got this different body, all these other questions are still in my head. But we'll get into that in the Spoily Spoils. But still, like, he was great too.
I think, I mean, yeah. I think it's a spoiler. So yeah, I'm mentioning
There's just
later.
so much on this movie that can be spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
That it's hard to jump around, but because there's so many characters, adding from the bad guys, we got Doctor Strange, we got all the La Raza del Spidey, we got all these there's so many characters that the movie doesn't let you breathe.
But the thing is that, and I heard this from another podcast earlier today, that the thing is that all of these villains worked, even though they were a lot, because they were already set up.
Plus, no one overshined each other.
No, everybody got their moment.
Yeah, they each had their time, the time in their time in the sun, and they each had a backstory, and we knew them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm thinking about it, Lizard did look a little caca. Is that the one you're talking about?
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
I think this is my favorite superhero movie of all time. I give it a 10 out of 10. This is the second 10 I've given this year. I don't give out 10s. I put this over Black Panther. This is personal, right? I think that the greatest superhero movie film wise are the Batman trilogies, right? Those are the greatest movies that are based off of things. Mm-hmm. Me personally, you're gonna ask me what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this number 1. I'm gonna do Black Panther number 2. I'm gonna do Endgame number 3. And if I don't count Endgame, I forget Thor Ragnarok. Because just to have the fun and how I felt watching these movies. I had a fucking smile, a pendejo smile for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Didn't feel like that. Bubble said it took a minute to get going. I 100% disagree. Because they launch you straight after. They actually played the very last split second of the second movie. That's where we take off. Where he does the shit that I've used in videos where he makes the face.
Yeah.
We take right after that. We got to figure out what's going on. There's funny moments, there's goofy moments, there's holy shit moments, there's that was close moments, there's holy shit that was not close at all moments. It has everything. Again, I am wearing a fucking Spider-Man's t-shirt. I am the most biased of the biased of the biasts. Take that with a grain of salt, but it's my favorite superhero movie of all time.
Yes, I do agree. I think I'm in my rankings. I do place Spider-Man at first on top. This one, then I put Winter Soldier and Infinity War.
Infinity War over Endgame?
Yeah,
okay.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it better.
That's fair because it leaves you holy shit. Spider-Man just fucking died. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
All right. At this moment, I'm taking off the leash of my dog. If you do not wish to talk or hear further Spoily Spoils, declick right now. I know it's very hard right now. We're doing the most we can. I fucking hate the internet. The second I saw it Thursday, the second I was walking out the theater, by the time I got to my cousin's home, there were already spoilers out. So if you were a victim of spoilers, I 100% apologize, sympathize with you. I apologize on behalf of the fucknut that decided to post anything. Even me, by saying this might be a slight spoiler, so I already put the Spoily Spoils thing up before the speech. But yeah, we're gonna get into fucking Spoily Spoils.
Yeah. So before we get to the spoils, the only quote unquote spoilers, well, getting into the spoilers right now. The only spoilers I saw were things that came out like a while ago, for the pictures of certain characters and everything.
Who?
The picture with the 3 Spider-Mans and the picture with Matt Murdock.
There was a picture with the 3 Spider-Mans?
Yeah.
I remember seeing that when they hug.
No, it wasn't what they hug. The 3 of them were looking like up.
But they were each in their Spidey pose?
Yeah. No, not the Spidey pose. They were like with the masks off, and they were looking up. And they were like Spider-Man suited up.
But I think
if I find the picture, I'll send them to you.
I probably saw it, but at that time when that was running around, I probably thought it was fake.
Yeah, a lot of people said they were fake, but more people said they were not fake. And the dudes that make deep fakes said no, they were real. Then I saw that, and I saw a picture, like a set picture with Matt Murdock, Aunt May, and Happy and Spider-Man at the table.
We knew about Murdock. We knew. We said
so that was like the spoilers I had.
I was even annoyed when people reacted like, what? Like, what? We knew. What do you? If you're a fan, if you're here on Thursday, you fucking knew. What are you?
Exactly.
What are you cheering for? You fake fan? I mean, when the actors are being like, "Yo, be cool, don't spoil." You know there's a problem with spoilers. I do not know what these people... I don't know how terrible their lives are that they have to feel the need to spoil. What do you get out of it? I don't know.
Attention. That's what they want. Attention.
The big spoil is probably the greatest part of cinema history. And that is that indeed both Spider-Mans are also in this movie.
Oh, yes.
The way they showed up was so perfect. You know? Because no one was expecting it at that moment.
No, not even. It was amazing.
Ned goes, "Show me Peter Parker," and there's a fucking Spider-Man on the other side. And I will wait.
But it looked janky. He looked weird.
Look at the fucking hairs on my shit. Wait, I got chicken skin just by saying it. Wait.
It was amazing because when he was like crouched, like hunched, and when he looked back, I said, "That's not Tom."
Since he was standing there, just by looking at him, his body is like he's a little beefier and a little taller, and the suit's different, obviously, because Tom was just in a fight. You're like, that's fucking Andrew, and he walks through the shit with the old fucking suit. That was the greatest moment in cinema history for me. Wait, it's the greatest. I'm so fucking white. It's I get chills thinking about it.
What the fuck?
Because I'm trying to show the chicken skin, but it's not the goosebumps.
Oh my god!
So after that, and he does it again. He's like, "All right, let's try again. Show me Peter Parker." And fucking Toby's fucking beautiful face walks through the hallway. Oh, I almost cried because it was whether or not everybody was like 90% sure Andrew was in there.
Oh yeah,
we weren't sure about Toby though. I felt
really
because we had not seen him anywhere. I didn't see him do any press. Andrew Garfield was doing press for Tick Tick Boom, and he was, instead of asking questions about Tick Tick Boom, he was getting questions for Spider-Man.
So he was making a Spider-Man tour.
Right, basically, without wanting it to. I had not seen Tobey Maguire in probably years. I think he retired from acting for a bit.
Was it after Seabiscuit?
No, it was like a few after that. It was way after that.
Okay.
But I think he took a break for a while, so I don't even know what he looked like. He looked a little aged. But that's what you do. You age, right?
Yeah, he was. I mean, and it was. Oh my god, it was so perfect. It was so perfect.
It was perfect when he walked through. It was wrestling moment because it's like, oh, it's this guy coming down that I know from the other companies, and he did it. I'm sweating already. It's just very wrestling atmosphere, right? Like we were waiting, like when the Royal Rumble, when the thing is counting down, you're gonna see who's gonna come out, and someone comes up and you pop. It's kind of like that. You don't know when they're coming, but you know they're coming. But you kind of hope that they're coming, but they never come in wrestling. But they did. You're like, fuck yeah! I couldn't believe it. The interactions between all 3 Spider-Mans is the best shit ever. I could watch 2 hours of that.
Dude, my favorite scene, and I have to say it was my favorite scene in the whole fucking movie. But it's a close between a lot of them. But my favorite one was when the 3 of them were like talking at the statue.
Yep.
And they were like spitballing, like, dude, I mean, you're the best. No, I'm not as cool as you because I haven't fought this and this. And I was like,
you fought an alien? Yeah, I fought an alien, but I went to alien and I went to space and fought an alien. Wait. You went to space and they're all just talking over each other. And then Toby goes to Andrew, "You're amazing, dude. You are amazing. You are amazing." She said it like 4 times.
I know it was like
Spider-Man.
It was such a. It was so fucking funny.
It was great.
But it was so heartwarming and so funny and so quirky. And every Spider-Man like brought something of themselves to the table. At this point, I was like, oh my god,
they brought their whole universe to it because we've seen those movies.
I'm getting goosebumps again. Jesus Christ.
We have attachment to each of those for different reasons. So they bring their whole baggage and they address everybody's baggage in the movie.
Oh my god, that was so heartbreaking.
So let's go for the first one where I almost cried. And that was, rest in peace, the sexiest ass Aunt May in the world of the life.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Marissa Tomei, she fucking got it, wait.
She's gonna have it for the rest of. She's gonna have it forever.
Damn.
She's gonna have it fucking forever. But again, for Bubbles, Sally Fields is his favorite Aunt May. I kind of agree. The first Aunt May was a little bit too old.
Yep.
Marissa Tomei she's just the hottest, and but she's still great. She brings some when she was fighting with the Green Goblin. That was fantastic.
She had balls.
She didn't give a fuck. But her death was kind of like, will they or won't they kill her? Because she was like fine, you know, and then she like goes and touches her shit, and then it's revealed that she fucked.
And when she told it was oh my god, when she told Spider-Man, when Peter,
she said the thing, it was fucking great. And then they looped it back around and made that make sense when they were trying to help him deal with Aunt May's death. They were like, did she say with great power comes great responsibility? And he's like,
and
what
they both lit up.
They're like, yeah, well, you're fucking Spider-Man, dude. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. It was beautiful.
But when they mentioned this, it broke my heart like times two. Because they said, Ben told me that before he died. And then Andrew said, yeah, Ben told me the same thing. I was like, oh, motherfucker, wait. Yeah, that's fucking true.
Do we see, who's Ben in the second one?
Fucking Martin Sheen. No. Is that? No.
Yeah,
Martin Sheen.
The dad, right?
Yeah.
Martin Sheen.
Yep.
That sounds about right. I don't remember him. I remember the first Uncle Ben because I've never seen him in anything else, anything else. You know, I remember him crying. That shows, you know, and even Toby's cry face is the meanest of the meme of the world.
Awesome.
But yeah, that moment between Tom Holland and Aunt May is kind of like, fuck. Tom Holland crying just gets me way. When he feels, I feel.
Dude, one of my coworkers told me this. Like, she said, you believe him crying.
Yeah.
And I almost high-fived her because she was fucking true.
I mean, I just said that, but yeah, that's true. So they almost had me there, right? The other one where they almost had me was when, and you called it, and you said it, when Andrew saves MJ. You called it. We also, I mean, it was pointed out who's kicking Lizardman. Lizard. I was looking right at that scene where they're all flying in through them. I didn't even appreciate the rest of the scene because I was so focused on Lizard to see who got kicked him. And I think it was Toby. He kicks him in the face. I don't remember.
The kick was gold.
Yeah, he does like a backflip and kicks him, but I don't remember who else was doing anything else. But I was so focused on that scene.
Yeah, me too. That was the only thing I saw.
And again, it's like wrestling. We know it's coming, but we want to see it come. You know? That sounded so sexual if you wanted to.
Sexual, yeah.
I wanted to see the movie come, and it came. Even that with the web shooters and the innuendo.
Oh my god,
that was great. That was great. I wanted more of them just talking.
It was funny. Like you can't do that. Like you need to do your own. What the fuck?
Yeah. But again, I give it a 10 out of 10 because it exceeded the expectations because the expectations were so out of this world, right? If I were to tell you 5 years ago, there's going to be a movie where all three Spider-Men are in it and they're fighting bad guys, you're going to be like, get the fuck out of my face and go with it.
You almost spat in their face.
Yeah. So when they do that, and they do it so perfectly, and they do it by addressing everybody's fears and addressing everybody's problems, bringing it back to Andrew saving Zendaya, that was a moment for him. He felt the fucking pressure once Tom Holland was moved out of the way and he saw her falling. He was like, I have to, right? And he does. And that when he catches her and he's crying,
oh my god, wait, no mames.
Fucking son of a fucking chicken skin.
I That part.
Yeah.
I mean, May's death was horrible.
Yeah.
And the Uncle Ben's. I mean, that scene where the two two Peters are in the tower.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. But that part, I think that was the one that got me the most.
That was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like you could see it in his face, like
without saying anything. They addressed it so much, and
yes,
you can see the pain in his eyes of the loss of Gwen.
And he got closure.
And he's like, because at that moment he didn't feel like he was worthy of being Spider-Man anymore because he couldn't save his love of his life.
Mm-hmm.
And he does it by saving somebody else's love of his life, so he feels vindicated. It's just so much storytelling in 2 seconds away.
As they should do with everything. You don't need to explain everything.
Yeah, they didn't tell us, yo, did you know that? And he kind of did. He kind of mentioned it without saying it, like, yo, like I fucked up or whatever.
No, but it was like a pivotal point.
Yeah,
because they had to do it so they could empathize with so Tom could empathize with them.
Yeah,
but normally they like redo the thing or retell the thing, and this was just so beautiful. Yeah, I loved it. I'm sucking his dick so hard.
I mean, we have to. The movie doesn't chill, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't even go to the bathroom. Okay,
no,
the movie doesn't fucking chill. But obviously the ending. Anything before we get to the ending?
Mm-hmm.
It's just everything. It's just everything. It's just everything a Spider-Man fan would ever wanted and ever dreamed of. And it's like you playing as little Kenny, have 3 different Spider-Mans, and you're playing. That's exactly what it is, and it feels like that, and it's great.
I went to see it like in a group.
Yeah,
and one of my friend's girlfriends, she said like, "Hey, I was waiting for them to be in an alley with a dumpster in the back, pointing at each other."
And they kind of did point at each other a little bit.
It was fucking cool. the fact that they made like a hint to that was it cracked me up
because it's great. They're making that for us. Who would give a shit about that? You know, and people would love that they're pointing at each other, you know, and they held on to the other 2 Spider-Mans for so long. I would say, obviously, all the way up until the 3rd act, they showed up, right?
Simon,
and then they held on to them for a long time during the movie. I thought they were going to show up. Okay, we helped you, deuces. No, they milked the feeling. They did everything right. A little more wrestling part for me would have been like, if we didn't see Andrew Garfield and the first thing we see of him is him saving Zendaya, that would have been a little bit more fucking crazy.
Damn.
You know? But then how do you do the planning and the other shit? And the planning was great and it made sense where they're like, we don't know how to beat teams. And he's like, I know what a team is with Avengers. What the fuck is an Avengers? And then it's just every second of this movie is perfection as if you're a Spider-Man fan. But the last moment that got me was when he's saying goodbye.
Oh shit!
That was heartfelt for me, and saying goodbye meaning everybody in the world is going to forget who Peter Parker is, which is going to help fix everything.
Because this happens because reality tears the fuck up.
And Strange was saying they're coming. Who is they?
Every villain. We see Rhino, dude. We saw Kraven.
Yeah, I thought they were like Eternals or something.
What?
I thought it was like Eternals or somebody else.
Oh, no.
I saw a handful of them. I saw Rhino, I saw Kraven, I saw a few other ones. But there were so many up in the line, I didn't, and it was so fast. I missed.
That's the thing. It's like Spider-Man and every other villain from from other dimensions. That's what Strange said. Like they're coming.
They're coming. You gotta do something.
And the horrible CGI was
CGI.
when Green Goblin came when he's in the alley. That was the most horrible CGI I saw in the movie. It was terrible. It was in your face. It was
when he flew in.
No, he was like the mask. Yeah, he flew in. Then the mask is in the dumpster, and he's like arguing with the mask, and the whole movements and his head and the armor, and it was bafflingly horrible.
So you think that his armor was CGI?
His head was CGI into the armor.
I missed that.
It was bad. And I thought that was gonna be like a constant, but no, it was just that. I mean, that and the lizard. The lizard's always ugly.
Yeah,
but
it's hard to make a lizard man look good.
Yeah, exactly. But this one, that part was icky. I didn't like it.
I must have had a different angle of it that I didn't have an issue with it. There is one frame that did feel icky. The CGI, when I think it was Toby was swinging, he did a movement that just looked fake.
Yeah.
There's just one frame when they're fighting that it looked fake and it looked like a game, which is, again, it's CGI, whatever. But again, like I was saying, they hold every moment to when they needed it to be. I was afraid that Toby was going to be just like a consultant.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
he's like the seasoned one.
And he comes in fucking street clothes. He's chilling.
Oh, that was so fucking good.
So I was like, I better see fucking Toby in his suit, or I'm gonna punch this kid next to me. Like, you know, he's my nephew. I don't give a fuck.
You asshole.
I'm gonna hurt him. Like, and they did a little like, I have it right here. Like, you have a suit? What the hell? And he's like, of course, it's right under here. I have it right here. And he flashes it. I'm like, ah. And then
that was so perfect. The timing was so perfect.
They did everything perfect.
And it was actually pretty interesting because normally, the times I've seen Spider-Man, he's like an amazing physicist.
Mm-hmm.
No, or chemist. Sorry, chemist. Yeah. And that's it. But every Spider-Man is different because Tom is a mathematician.
Yep.
Toby is a physicist, and Andrew is a chemist.
Yeah.
So those three variants were pretty cool. And when I thought it was really funny when Garfield said, I'll make a cure for the lizard because I already done it. It's pretty easy. And they were like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already done it. Yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I wanted more moments of all of them together. I could have a whole movie, but that's just me being hella greedy.
Yeah.
Anything else about the movie before we get to the post credits?
It was really funny when it was not the moment, but after when Toby gets stabbed by the Green Goblin. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, they're all smart asses, and they're all smart asses. I think Andrew's the most smart ass.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But it was pretty funny. It's not the first time I get stabbed.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Every piece of dialogue is perfect because it has so much weight to it without them forcing it at all.
It made me laugh even more because one of the guys from the group I've went, one time coming out of his ex-girlfriend's house, he got stabbed 6 times and almost died.
Nice.
And we were laughing our asses off because when he said that, everybody I came with just turned around and looked at him.
Yeah. Let's get to the post-credit scene and let's see what's going to happen with the future of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So I took this movie.
Wait. Spider-Man got rebooted.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Spider-Man got blipped out of the MCU. They deleted him, pretty much.
And we get the closest I think we've gotten to like the OG Spider-Man suit. Remember that?
Yeah. I was thinking like the animated, like really, really red. This one, really, really red, really, really blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked great.
And I think this is like the Spider-Man we're supposed to get after the one we got. Like, for example, the first Spider-Man, the Tom came out with a lot of backup with Tony Stark behind him.
Oh.
Now?
You think it's going to be not Tom?
No, it's got to be Tom.
Yeah. Because they're working on the trilogy already. And Marvel's also going to be into it because this movie just felt like we're going to get him out of the MCU so he does what he needs to do. And it's very much that. And immediately you just go, what's next? Because the first post-credit scene is kind of a mess. On one side, I was kind of glad that Venom wasn't in the mix because it would have been a little bit too much. You know, you're busting your load an all-in-one movie. Save him. It would be nice. Like, Spider-Man versus Venom should be its own thing.
And I think they did him dirty.
In respects of this movie?
Yeah.
Again, I wouldn't... If he was in this movie, it would have been too much.
No, not like to be in the movie, but like he was in the post-credit scene, he was drunk, and then he blipped out. And I was like, what the... Neta? That's the introduction? Okay. I didn't like it.
But now that was... See, all this contracts, and I'm still talking about this with Boss Man and Douche. It's the same person. It's Peter Parker. It's Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Superhero persona.
Yeah, it's just so confusing with all this contract thing, because if there was no contracts and I didn't know who owned Spider-Man, this would be way easier. Now it would be like, oh well, Venom is in the MCU, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't just say like, okay, Venom is in the MCU, because that's a Sony property.
Spider-Man is a Sony property
And
still.
I know, but they borrowed him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna borrow Venom, because what was the point of that last post-credit scene where Venom is está todo pedo, he's in Mexico, que pedo, he was down the street of my house, está poniendo hasta el culo, and then a little fucking drop of mequillos of Venom lands on the bar, and he blips out, and that's just like scurrying around, hinting as if that little symbiote thing is in this world, in this MCU.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do with that? Is that going to attach to somebody and become something? Can you say it's Venom? What? It just felt like left me more confused.
Now that was the official introduction of Venom, the Venom symbiote to the MCU, which I didn't like. I would have loved it to be like the OG's one with the meteorite and the one we got with Toby. But I mean, we got the symbiote in the MCU, so that's a good thing.
It's just a seed for the future, you think?
Oh yes. This is maybe from the next 3 movies and Tom's gonna make. I think this is maybe not the next one, but the one after that. Maybe, or I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be the next one.
I feel like it's one of those that they just had a just in case, and they're never gonna touch it ever again.
Maybe they're gonna. I don't know,
because the symbiote thing goes rampant on the comics, doesn't it? Like it's coronavirus, doesn't it? Fuck everybody. It doesn't attach to everybody. Isn't there like a venomized Wolverine, venomized Deadpool, venomized this, venomized that?
Oh yeah, but that's like a self-contained story,
right? So could they do that? It's just confusing.
I mean, they could once they get every fucking thing under the Marvel banner.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking property, but I don't think they can do it right now.
So Sony took their Spider-Man and Venom, and they went home. No pun intended. And they're planning the next 3 movies. What makes sense to me, if I don't think about it too much, is that the first movie is going to be him versus Venom.
Mm-hmm.
By the time that comes out, we already got a Morbius movie and a Craven movie. So the next step would obviously have those 2 introduced one way or another into the next movie, or each of those, him fighting each of those in a movie.
Yep.
Right? Where else can you go if you're Sony? Because you're establishing Venom. You already have 2 Venom movies.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to establish Morbius. You're going to establish Craven. What? And then you still got Vulture fucking around there.
Which is gonna be in Morbius,
right? So this wasn't technically a Sinister Six movie, right? How many villains were there? There wasn't 6 of them.
Nope, there was 4.
4. Okay, then the last of the next trilogy is a Sinister Six. Has to be, right? With Vulture, Venom, Morbius, Craven, and then you throw 2 more in there. Scorpion,
which
he's kind of floating around in there. And then you got 1 more.
Good. I don't know.
Mysterio's dead.
Yep. Which he was one of the big ones of the Sinister Six. Well, not Rhino.
Rhino's too lame, but you can throw in Rhino if you don't have anything else.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to be mad that Rhino's in there.
Nope.
We'll see. I'm excited to what we see in the next 3 movies. This is great. We're not overhyping it. I really, really love the second post-credit scene, which is not really that.
That was a fucking trailer, dude.
It was a whole trailer for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. I think I prefer that than the bullshit 1.5 minute nothing trailer. I mean, post-credit scene.
Yeah,
I really, really rather have a trailer that no one's ever seen until tonight, because we had not seen a trailer for it, right? I wasn't tripping.
We saw nothing.
Right? We had not heard or seen anything of it. I prefer this 1,000,000 times over a minute and a half bullshit scene, like the Venom thing. Like,
Yep.
That didn't do anything, you know. And even the post-credit scene in the Venom movie kind of made it seem like he was gonna have a bigger part, and then he's just drinking. It felt like they probably recorded those two things at the same day.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I feel like it did him dirty
A little bit.
Now this trailer is hallucinatingly jam-packed full of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So where to begin? We get what?
Let's go Sinister. Or what's his name? What's the bad? I was saying the name is
Baron Mordo.
That's the bad guy. No, what's the bad Doctor Strange that everybody's saying? Mephisto, isn't it?
No. Mephisto's a different person. No, the bad Doctor Strange is the Doctor Strange Supreme. Doctor Strange Supreme. Yeah, I think that's the name of it.
I thought they were calling him Mephisto.
No. Mephisto's something else. No, we see Shumagoro, I think, and I did shit myself when I saw him.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking star-looking dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's the MCU's Cthulhu. Mm-hmm. Then a friend of mine pointed out that the Baron Mordo we see.
It was so much. I don't know who's who or what's what way. It's just all thrown at you.
The Chiwetel Ejiofor we see.
Yeah.
The one with the dreads.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a version where he is in the Illuminati,
mm-hmm.
where the Illuminati, one of them is Xavier. So he's saying that this confirms the X-Men and the MCU in a way, or the existence of mutants. Now this is interesting,
but could also be a bunch of bullshit.
Exactly.
We can't. We're already thinking way too far.
They went out the rocker with this one. And then we got this Doctor Strange Supreme, I think he's called.
That's the same one from What If, which is, I thought somebody was calling him Mephisto. That's why I got the Mephisto shit mixed up. I know what Mephisto looks like.
He's like a red devil, yeah.
Right, it's a red devil. But I forget who was asking it, that it made me think that is like a alternative world, a different Strange that became super duper evil and it became Mephisto.
That maybe could be.
But yeah, it's and I thought it was one and the same, but it's the same one that was introduced to us in the What If,
which I haven't seen.
It's great. That's probably the best episode.
Yeah, that's the one my friend told me to watch. Like, you can skip everything and just watch that one.
Watch them all. They're all pretty good. I think you're gonna like them. But just even the way he looked, just by looking at him for a split second, you can tell it's a bad Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he looked like out of place. I don't know.
We see more Wanda in the suit. It's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be great too.
Yeah, and they're hinting. Well, not hinting. I mean, the whole thing is out on the internet right now that he's gonna fight Wanda to protect what's her face.
I don't know. I don't want to speculate nothing no more. It ruins the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because imagine if we had not seen not even Doc Ock in the trailer for this movie. But then
I would have
again,
shot myself, bien cabrón.
Do you think that the success was there if they would have not said it? Because it's breaking pre-pandemic records. It's breaking 2-day
pre-pandemic.
Yeah, it's breaking.
Wow.
I think it did break pandemic records for sure.
I mean, that's not. I mean,
it's not a whole lot, but
no.
But it's still a shit ton, and it broke like a 2-day record. It's been breaking records.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna make a bunch of money. But you think that's tied to them showing the villains?
A little bit, yeah.
A lot of it, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We would have watched it regardless.
Oh, hell yeah.
But we would have watched it day one?
No, I don't think so.
I think we would. Spider-Man.
Well, yeah.
Spider-Man.
I don't know. I mean,
but the fear of spoilers is what pushed
for Marvel.
No, we'll get into that in the final or the first episode of the year. But I think the spoilers had a lot of people feared, and that pushed more people out to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of with the theater restrictions that had a lot to do with the ticket sales, obviously.
Oh yeah,
you can't fill it up. So you just like half capacity, so that's like it would have smashed all the records.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And it deserves it. It's my favorite superhero movie of all time. I think you said it was yours as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't believe us, go watch it. If you're stuck through this whole ass review, I greatly appreciate it. Anything you want to say to the beautiful people, Felix?
I am curious to hear what people who don't like it want to say.
If you're out there and if you exist, let us know in the comments down below.
Yes, please. I am very curious.
They're nitpickers. We could have nitpicked, but our fandom didn't let us.
Yep. And
But much a bunch. Always and forever, you do you.
bye.
Bye.